Pope Francis' final moments and words revealed. Pope Francis reportedly expressed gratitude to his medical assistant for bringing him back to St. Peter's Square on Easter in his final moments. The Pope's death on Monday marks a time of mourning for millions of Catholics worldwide. Francis died from complications related to a stroke, followed by a coma and irreversible cardiocirculatory collapse. A coffin holding Pope Francis' body will be carried to St. Peter's Basilica, where mourners can pay their respects to the 266th pontiff of the Roman Catholic Church. The funeral will take place on Saturday, starting with a mass at 10 a.m. in the square. According to Vatican News, some of Francis' final words were to his nurse Massimiliano Strappetti, telling her, "Thank you for bringing me back to the square." The outlet said that after the Pope's ride around the square, he rested and had a quiet dinner. Francis' ride around the square in the Pope Mobile was witnessed by tens of thousands of people in the crowd. Around 5:30 a.m., the first signs that the Pope was falling ill started, the release says. An hour or so later, Pope Francis gestured with his hand a farewell to Strappetti and then fell into a coma. Vatican News reported that his death was almost sudden and without long suffering or public alarm, citing people with him in the final moments. U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance met with the Pope on Easter Sunday, where he received a blessed rosary from Francis along with Easter eggs for his children. President Donald Trump on Truth Social on Monday, "Rest in peace, Pope Francis. May God bless him and all who loved him." Vice President J.D. Vance on X, formerly Twitter, "I just learned of the passing of Pope Francis. My heart goes out to the millions of Christians all over the world who loved him. I was happy to see him yesterday, though he was obviously very ill. But I'll always remember him for the below homily he gave in the very early days of COVID. It was really quite beautiful. May God rest his soul." Political analyst David Axelrod on X. Remarkable that a gravely ill Pope Francis lived just long enough to issue one more impassioned Easter plea for peace, for justice, for compassion for the most vulnerable. Let his final earthly words be a prod to the consciences of our leaders and all mankind. A search for the next pope is underway as an election will take place among the College of Cardinals, where a 2/3 majority is needed.